Welcome back to my channel. Stay tuned to our channel for sports and entertainment news all the time. Please subscribe the channel. Golden State faces a rare playoff test, life without Steph Curry. Improbably, the Golden State Warriors beat a younger, higher-seeded NBA playoff opponent without their best player. Their challenge? Do it again and again for at least a week. After Warriors superstar Steph Curry suffered a grade 1 hamstring strain in Tuesday's Game 1 victory at Minnesota, he will be re-evaluated in 1 week, the team said. Based on the schedule of the conference semifinals, that timeline will most likely leave the Warriors without Curry for the next 3 games, if not longer. Should the series reach a Game 5 on May 14, there will be 3 days off before Game 6, a potential break for Curry's recovery. Curry, 37, the most prolific three-point shooter in NBA history and the cornerstone on which the Warriors' 4-championship run was built, leaves no ordinary void. And for his team, it poses no ordinary challenge, as Golden State has rarely before been forced to play without him in the postseason. Though the predominant image of Curry's first seasons in the NBA was of him on the sideline, struggling to deal with recurring ankle injuries, since he underwent ankle surgery in 2011 and 2012, he has become an extremely durable playoff fixture. Since 2013, he has played in 155 postseason games while missing only 12. He had gone 7 years without a playoff absence, a stretch of 65 consecutive appearances. That consistency was perhaps why, despite the Warriors' stunning Game 1 win, the tone of their post-game interviews was at times mournful rather than celebratory. His team understood it was about to deal with a challenge it had rarely encountered. Coach Steve Kerr recounted Curry's mood at halftime as absolutely crushed. "Seeing Curry injured was a little deflating," Draymond Green said. "Losing Curry means more than losing his 40% three-point shooting during these playoffs, which exceeds his career average. His mere presence pulls defenders toward him and away from teammates, an effect that is described in the NBA as gravity and which creates openings for others." Because the Warriors have rarely needed to compensate without Curry during the postseason, there is little precedent pointing to how Kerr might adjust his playoff rotation for a multi-game absence. But the Curry-less Game 1 victory showed something of a blueprint, one that shifts the burden onto Green, 35, the team's longtime defensive disruptor, and scorers Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield, who combined for 44 points. In many ways, that is why the Warriors traded with Miami for Butler, 35, at mid-season, a bet that his all-star caliber talent and past playoff heroics while leading Miami to 2 NBA Finals appearances, could provide a margin for error for a Warriors franchise that is nearing the end of its dynastic run anchored by Curry and Green. Butler added 11 rebounds and 8 assists to his 20 points. Whether Hield and Butler can continue to replace Curry's scoring will be a focus for the next week, but his team's path to victory Tuesday and in the future appears to be on the defensive end. Minnesota scored only 11 points in the second quarter as part of a 31-point first half and missed all 15 of its first-half three-pointers. The poor shooting, and Golden State's defense, led the three-point-centric Timberwolves to play out of character. 2/3 of their shots came inside the three-point arc. They are 4-0 when three-pointers account for around 40% or more of their total shots and 0-2 when it's less. In the second half, backup guard Pat Spencer, a former top collegiate lacrosse player who had previously played sparingly in this postseason, added to the effort with 2 steals off the bench. Jonathan Kuminga, a former first-round draft pick who was effectively out of Golden State's rotation just 1 round earlier, was among the cast of reserves and backups who held together late leads and will be called upon to do the same again. The Timberwolves are expected to be sharper. Kerr criticized the lack of tone-setting performance by star Anthony Edwards, who missed his first 10 shots, and Minnesota's diabolical fast-break decision-making, which turned 18 Golden State turnovers into just 10 points. It had other self-inflicted errors, too. Of its 28 three-pointers taken when the closest defender was at least 4 feet away, what the NBA classifies as open and wide-open shots, it made just 5. It was enough to allow Golden State to hang on for 24 second-half minutes without its star. Whether it can pull it off again for at least 3 more games will decide the series.